If there is paranormal in this series, I want Oki's ghost to haunt Shin forever for that comment. After the intense killing spree done by Banjo, Ruki's mistakes, and the badass entry of Shin, it's time to cool things down because the arc is just getting started. That said, this chapter is the aftermath of the Resubi takeover, and things are looking good for Quinn. Oh, if that was certainly true. The chapter has a little bit of action left over to cover as Shin continues to be awesome with that glaive. Oh, and if that was certainly true as well. Make no mistake, he still kicks ass with that mighty glaive, but if you're so slow with it, you're just a walking easy target. While everyone is having their fantasy of a glorious man wielding a glaive, Kyoka is smart enough to see the current flaw of wielding that weapon. That said, it's a good move on Hara because if we want to continue the hype of Shin and the glaive, we should start slow. Not literally, but it is what it is. Before we get to see the epic tier of him utilizing that weapon. It also reinforces the realism of a giant weapon being, well, heavy. So if Shin manages to use it at ease at the very start, it will be too quick, let alone being his first time. I don't mind him starting off with baby steps, so to say, though I do wonder one thing. Does he want a death wish or something? First, he almost badmouthed Yotawa. Now, he's talking about the shitty glaive. That's right, he actually called the glaive shitty. If Oki's spirit can show up, Shin would be dead for that rude comment. It's still funny though. The satisfaction of capturing Resubi is profound. It may not be the biggest battle, but it's the one they need to win crucially. Watching Shin with the flag got me roaring with cheers. As for Ohan, he arrives the moment the battle is won. But the thought of capturing Resubi under a day, barely half a day even, should get to him. On how great Haishin unit is. It is rather amazing on how easy it was, but then again, the mountain tribe was pretty overpowered. So it's not that shocking. Olsen arrives and has the aura of fear spreading around him. Seriously, I can't even fathom on how he's not able to match Oki back then. He's just oozing out terror. Plus his armor has two faces. How can you not feel the hellfire presence? Don't be surprised you hear somebody die just by watching Olsen. Although the battle is over, Karyo-ten informs the army that they're not really done with Resubi. In fact, there's more importance to it than we originally thought. But it makes sense. Now that they captured the territory, they have to maintain it in order to serve it as an airway for them to attack Gao. If they lose it, not only they will lose their supply line, chances of their death spree are going to skyrocket. I have to say, this worries me a lot. Hara has input something for us to worry. It would be like a video game mode domination, only if you hear territory lost just once, it's automatically game over. Anything else no longer matters. The chapter made it very clear on how bad this will be if they do lose it. The tension continues to rise as we are getting to the finish line, yet that is still far ahead of their sights. When it comes to action and tension, the series always does it justice. We get more of tense action in the beginning, continuing to cut down the enemies into pieces. Maybe not into ribbons, but still not intact. Olsen's presence continues to shake things up. Literally, his stares gives you that bone-chilling feeling like he's about to swing something at you. You just can't help but feel scared like hell. The larger-than-life design of his says it all. Of course, the scenery is well detailed. Watching Shin capturing the base is sheer of satisfaction. You just feel like you have won the war with them. Unfortunately, after the declaration of how important Resubi is to Quinn, we are now given bad news that really sends more uneasy feeling for the future. General Koso Ryo didn't get shaken by the news, which is discomforting because I wanted them to fear since it's crucial, so why he didn't face anything? Everyone else did, but why not him? Instead, it appears that there's a secret trap card waiting for Quinn. Ribuko thought of a plan before Quinn arrives to the location. In other words, Ribuko got it to them before Quinn. Damn it! To make matter much worse, Olsen appears to figure something out that he actually feels frustrated, judging by his hand squeeze, which usually translates to that. The narrator didn't help at all because it only cites out that the great crafted plan is now crumbling away. We just learned on how important Resubi is, and now we have to be scared shitless throughout the arc? Not cool, Hara. Not cool. But it does create a lot of tensions and anticipation. It could be a bad bluff for all we know, but this is part of the experience. This is what makes Kingdom highly engaging, and I can't wait for the next chapter. Sure, I should be scared as hell, but I want to see more. It's a really solid chapter with few more action, cheerful victory sight, a worrisome cliffhanger that reminds us that war is full of surprises. Isn't that right, Riboko, you bastard? I'm giving this chapter a 9. Really enjoyed this chapter. Even if the content is a little bit less compared to the other ones, it's the way how it satisfies you with the victory over Resubi. It's the way how there's a little bit more action and more of that glaive, even though Shin is still new to it and still can't wield it perfectly like Oki's, or rather smoothly. But still, it shows a lot of promises for the future. Once that is taken care of, we're going to see full potential of its capacity. The same thing that goes to the Archer brothers, because we've seen how one of them could not do it, the other one is so godlike. So imagine both of them working together as one, they could really annihilate the entire army, just them alone, from afar no less. So it creates a lot of promises, it creates a lot of anticipation, and now we have something to fear like hell, because Resubi is a very important place in order to win against Zhao, and that's just crazy. What are your thoughts of this chapter? What kind of trap did Riboko place at Resubi? I don't know what could be. It could be a giant explosion for all I know, but I don't think that's really possible. Maybe it'll be fire. Burn them all. Maybe that's the idea. It's full of surprises. I'm looking forward to whatever that trap is. And that will do it for today's review. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you like this and want more of this, subscribe to my channel and my world will be yours to stay. Until next time, take care.